African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 4th of November, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Kharkiv direction inflicted losses on formations of the 71st Airmobile, 95th Airborne Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 113th Territorial Defense Brigade, and the 5th Border Detachment of the Border Service of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Volchansk, Lipsy, Udy, and Adnerobovka in the Kharkiv region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost over 25 servicemen, 3 vehicles, 2 152mm D-20 guns, and 2 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the West Group of Forces improved the position along the forward edge, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 43rd, 60th, 630th, 92nd Mechanized, 3rd Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 115th. 125th Territorial Defense Brigades and the 1st National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Borovskaya Andriivka, Pershotravnovo, Kovsharovka, Senkovo, Bogoslavka in the Kharkiv region, Petrovskoye in the Luhansk People's Republic, and Terny in the Donetsk People's Republic. For counterattacks by assault groups of the 3rd Tank and 60th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The enemy lost up to 440 servicemen, a tank, 2 vehicles, a 155mm howitzer M198 and a 105mm gun M119 made in the USA, a 122mm howitzer D30 and 2 105mm guns L119 made in the UK. 3 ammunition depots and an enclave and electronic warfare station were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces continue to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense, inflicting defeat on the formations of the 30th, 33rd, 54th, 67th Mechanized, 46th Airmobile, 5th and 79th Airborne Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Konstantinovka, Pretikino, Minkovka, Chasiv Yar, Kurakovo, Dalny, and Seversk of the Donetsk People's Republic. They repelled a counterattack by units of the 33rd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The enemy's losses amounted to over 490 servicemen, a Turkish-made Kirpi armored combat vehicle, 2 cars, a 122mm D-30 howitzer, 2 105mm L119 guns made in Great Britain, 2 ammunition depots, and 6 electronic warfare stations. Units of the Center Group of Forces improved their tactical position, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 32nd and 110th Mechanized, 59th Motorized Infantry, 25th Airborne, 68th Ranger Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 35th Marine Brigade, the 101st, 117th, 119th Territorial Defense Brigades, the 12th and 14th National Guard Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Dimitrov, Baranovka, Kleben Byk, Dalivka, Novoselidovka, Dzerzinsk, Beresky, Sherbanovka, Marilyabovka, Shevchenko, and Nelipovka. 10 counterattacks by the 35th, 93rd, 100th, 117th Mechanized, 152nd Jaeger Brigades, 49th and 425th Assault Battalions of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the 37th Marine Brigade were repelled. The enemy lost over 420 servicemen, an M113 APC and HMMWV armored fighting vehicle, a Kozak armored fighting vehicle, 3 pickups, a 152mm MSTAB howitzer, a 152mm D-20 gun, a 122mm Gvozdika artillery unit, 2 122mm D-30 howitzers, and a 100mm Raptor gun. Units of the East Group of Forces improved the position along the front line, defeated the formations of the 37th Marine Brigade and the 123rd Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Uspanovka, Ostrovskoye, Velika Novosayolka, and Razdolnoye of the Donetsk People's Republic. 3 counterattacks by the 23rd Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 123rd Territorial Defense Brigade were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 110 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, 4 cars, 2 155mm self-propelled artillery units Caesar made in France. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 110th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 124th, 126th and 129th Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Nikopol in the Dnipropetrovsk region, Osokarovka, Nikolskoye in the Kherson region, and the city of Kherson. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 65 servicemen, 2 vehicles, and 2 ammunition depots. Operational Tactical Aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation inflicted damage on the infrastructure of military airfields, energy facilities, and an oil refinery used to supply the armed forces of Ukraine, production workshops, and storage sites for unmanned boats, concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 132 areas. Air defense systems shot down 4 U.S.-made Mars multiple launch rockets, a French-made Hammer guided aerial bomb, and 42 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 647 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 35,258 unmanned aerial vehicles, 585 anti-aircraft missile systems, 19,038 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,484 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 17,295 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 27,972 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.